saying I'm the GOAT, I tell them I am redemption. Yeah, we build different.
I've been very, very blessed for some incredibly talented people to play my family members in this movie called Price of Redemption. And one of the most talented, I knew it from the first moment I saw her on a scene, the very talented Miss Morgana Shaw. How are you doing today, ma'am?
I'm fantastic, Sean. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. What was, there's so many, I have so many questions, but you've obviously been doing, how long have you been acting for?
Well, that depends on who you ask.
Okay.
My daddy said I came out of the womb acting.
Did he?
So, but I think professionally, probably since '98.
Okay. What was your initial like nudge of like, this is what I want to pursue or this is what I want to do, or did it just kind of naturally take place?
I mean, I always knew I wanted to do something. I wasn't sure actually that it was acting. I also was a dancer.
Okay.
So, but there was a movie as a little girl that was moved my heart to tears. I watch it over and over, and the way that it made me feel, that was the inspiration of going, I want to move people like that moved me, because that makes a difference. And that's the kind of acting I always wanted to do. And so that movie was a dream role. And as a little girl, I always wanted to play this role. It's called Gypsy with Natalie Wood.
Okay.
And fast forward, after, lots of creative endeavors and dancing in a dance company, I eventually did get to audition and land that role.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
And won some awards for it, and it was like everything I thought. It was really special, and it really showed me this is what I'm supposed to do. So
Yes, you just hit the nail on the head for me when I first started getting out there and speaking and originally telling my story, which would morph into me the speaking stuff I do now. That's what first grabbed me was when I started being able to realize that I could provoke emotion with speaking. And I knew when I knew the points and where I could get people, you know what I mean, where it's to cry or to laugh or to come on the edge of their seat. And I realized, I was like, all right, not everybody has this ability to grab people like this with speaking. And then I also started realizing, and the more vulnerable I got, or the more I leaned into authenticity, or the more I was, the more people tended to react to it. And it was one of the most empowering things. And it was the first time I truly felt like I was living in purpose, like this.
Yes.
It put it all together for me, because it was like I went through all this stuff to be this,
yes.
to do this, to use this to help other people. And so the same thing that inspired you as a young girl, unfortunately, took me 40-some years to realize, but thank God it did, and thank God it did when it did, because we're here now. So
yeah, and it's a never-ending journey. It's still what I'm most passionate about is touching people's lives and changing. And I didn't realize that was what it was, but it wasn't about acting. Yeah, I even through dance, I storytelling through dance, but storytelling that moves you, something that, even if it's one person, that's the difference.
Yeah.
And truth. It's just finding that truth.
Right.
I've
always had a very, very profound respect for actors, actresses, production. There was a time when I was kind of attempting to get clean. And so I was going to the methadone clinic. I'm not sure if you know what that is.
I mean, I know what it sounds like.
It's basically, it's a place where you show up, they give you medicine and try to keep you off heroin.
Oh, okay.
It's a Band-Aid. It's not a fix by any means. But I was doing that to kind of stay well for a while. But I started really diving deep. I just basically was a hermit in my room, because as long as I didn't leave my room, I didn't go get high. So I'd go to the methadone clinic, I'd come back, and I would just watch movies. But then I started getting into certain actors and really watching all their stuff, like Gary Oldman or Tom Hardy.
Yes.
Like true actors.
Yes.
And really getting lost in, man, every role he has. Gary Oldman could be in 20 movies and never play the same person.
Blows me away. And always truthful. Always.
But there's incredible, very well-known actors who are the same in every role they are. They're very talented at being them, and they're iconic and all that. But you have roles like that where Tom Hardy's never had the same inflection in his voice in any two movies. Like,
right.
to go win awards on a movie where your face could be covered by a mask and you're making up some crazy voice, and to follow Heath Ledger as Joker, like, that's true acting skill. And so I really appreciated it. So when I came on set and I started meeting y'all, and I saw how you as actors were reacting to this being a true story, and there really being stuff that you could watch with the documentary of playing my mom,
Yes.
And starting to talk to y'all and see and understand how different that is from what you guys are, what actors are normally playing with, fictional characters and all that stuff. So from your end, have you played somebody that's been living before and been able to do that? And then what was it like reading for this script and then discovering the character for Marcia?
Well, that's a great question because that's actually one of the things I love playing is somebody real. Yes, I have done it,
Okay.
and I continued to do it. It's my favorite because, yes, I love making things up too. But I love history, and I love learning about people, and that's part of the challenge of honoring the person. I want to be as close as I can to honor them, to tell their story. And that was one of the things when I got the call from London, the producer, telling me about the film and everything, and sent me the documentary and the script. I watched the documentary, and your mom, I just connected. I went, and then I read the script, and I went, yes, this is a yes. This is a beautiful story because of the hope and redemption and just the journey. And people need to know that it's possible. Mm-hmm. It is not the end. I mean, we come through so many things in our lives. All of us do at different levels of thinking, what is there? What am I doing? What am I doing? But to give people hope and to show, what you've been through and where you are now, that's the ultimate right there. It's proof on your podcast. It's proof on your story. And that someone Andrew saw that. That tells me who the people are that's making the film. Mm-hmm. And I always want to work with those people. I want to work with the true storytellers, the ones who are authentic. I always say it starts at the top. Mm-hmm. You can tell. And it means a lot. It was very important to me to honor Marcia in a way that she would be happy to be represented, but yet I connected with her as a mother. Mm-hmm. And that's the story people need to see too. And as a wife, with a supportive husband, that's amazing. People need to know that. Mm-hmm. It's not always like you see in the movies. And that's what's hopeful about this film and the storytelling. So yeah.
You touched on some unique points. Like my stepfather is the most supportive man. He's been a beacon of what a true man is in my life. He's been my true father. He's been there for me every step of the way. But to even going back to the documentary is when I could truly see it's like I say it in the documentary, like being a step parent is a thankless job. I didn't know what a man he was in my life until I was in my, looking back now in my 30s, it was just like, wow. But to stick by my mother through all that, and he didn't have to do that. I'm not his kid.
No, it showed a lot.
Right.
It showed who he was a lot.
And then, my mother always did such a good job of being strong for me, being that beacon of what a mother should. And so a lot of the emotion, a lot of the things they said in that documentary were things that were never said to me. And so I never truly knew what I had done to my family until I saw that. And then that gave me this whole perspective. But it also made me very good at what I do, working with families and working with other addicts that are, because now I've been able to see both sides of the coin. I understand what mom's dealing with when they're calling me to do an intervention and all these things. And so it's given me so much perspective on being able to be effective and helping more people. And it's been my biggest honor to be able to take all this past that we've been through and all these things that a normal family would probably be ashamed of, and be able to turn it into something that helps people that we could be proud of and kind of redefine it. That above all, like I will thank Andrew for till the day I die, because he changed himself, changed that whole dynamic in my life, and showed me this world. We wouldn't be sitting here doing a podcast if he had not done that documentary and all that. So I'm just incredibly indebted to that man.
Well, this is the way it's supposed to be. I mean, your life changed and you did the work. And that's part of all of it. You know, do the work, show up, do the work. And it's that way as an actor. Show up. We get scared. We get nervous. We get, is it? But yeah, it is. There is something deep down within me that if I can, again, I said this earlier, you can change one person just by showing them hope through a character. I love transforming into people. That's one of the things also that I love. You're talking about Tom Hardy, how he's never the same.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not either. And I love that. That's always when I started acting, that was one of the things the agents would try to put me in a box. They would say, well, you need to do this, and I would do all that stuff, and I wouldn't book.
Mm-hmm.
I started booking when I got mad and said, because I knew what I could do, but I also knew that, I'm a redhead. I'm a blank palette. I can change. I'm a chameleon. And that's part of the thing that I love. I'm invisible. I can become.
Mm-hmm.
And I have a process for that, and I protect that process so that I can to do honor to the story or whatever I'm working on.
Right.
So
one thing I talked about with Lou, Eric, the girls, and now you is one of the coolest things I get to see when y'all work is acting as an art. And I've watched people for years, even me at a young age. I made the mistake of going into a tattoo shop and going to an artist and trying to get this artist who has a particular style, a particular way he does things, what he's good at, and then trying to tell him, I want you to do this. And it's not what he does. And so understanding that you go to an artist because they're good at what they do and they have that. And so to see how y'all have been able to toe the line of still being you as an actress and being able to lean into your strengths and what makes you and what makes the reason why you got casted, but also still doing justice to the character. And so I'm kind of glad, my family has appointed me the point person for this. They said I was the person that should be out here talking about it and all that. They don't lead public lives or use the story like I do. They're very proud of what we've been able to do with it. But they wanted to have their healthy distance from it, and I respected that. And so I think it's great because it gave you guys the space to still be able to do what you do.
Absolutely. I did think about, I was told that if I wanted to meet Marcia, I could. And sometimes I do. I felt like I knew her. I really felt like, and I hope she feels that when she sees it, at least her essence of that mother, the struggle, and also the love, just the love. A mother's love is forever and unconditional.
You just gave me goosebumps.
It's the truth.
You just gave me goosebumps. That's been the realest thing for me through watching this whole movie is watching the family parts, watching the scenes with you and with the girls in them. Those are the ones that like truly hit me. The drug stuff, the military stuff. I've done so much work around that, and I've done work about the family stuff. But the women in my life, they got that key to hit the heart. And so to see y'all do that, and the first day was with a lot of the influencers, and so I got to see the set, and it was all kind of glamorous and all that. But the second day of filming was very real when I walked in, and you guys are in the bar setting.
Yes, that was fun.
I took a picture, and as soon as I took it, I went to go send it to my sister and started crying. And it was just like that was where it started. Like I started trying to process of like this happened. Like these people are here acting this out. Like it's been a crazy thing to wrap my head around. But again, just going back to the job that y'all are doing it's absolutely incredible. What do you think as an actress what do you think you're known for? Like what are your strongest things as an actress that kind of separate you from others?
I would I would hope that it is my strength of being able to go into the emotions of roles. I used to say, I've been homeless. I've been, I have played some gnarly roles, and I love them. I love stunts. I love all of it. I've been a badass kidnapper, and I've done all kinds of things. And I think the thing that I'm never afraid to look bad on camera. I've never been the one. I don't even care about the ingenue roles or the pretty star. Those are fun to get sometimes, but I usually get the character driven, emotional, and I like that because there's story behind it. There's a depth that I understand and can go to. I like the process of finding those people, and especially if they're real people. It's truly my favorite thing to do is real people.
Well, you are, I'm sure you know this, but you're a leader on set. I watched them filming that party scene the other day, and I watched how you maneuvered the room, and in between takes, it was like you were keeping everybody like still together, and I watched you go around and like still, they weren't even filming, but you're talking to the extras that were there, and you know what I mean? My mother-in-law, you were helping her out. She was on the couch.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I loved her.
She was so excited to get to talk to you and meet you and all that. And so it was
that's so nice to hear.
It was really, you could tell you had been there before, that you're just a professional.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah,
thank you. That was fun, too, in meeting your friends and family and having them all be a part of it.
Yeah.
It was exciting, and I thought, wow. Yeah, she had the most beautiful blouse on. I was like, that is gorgeous.
Yeah, she came ready. She was excited to come.
She was lovely.
She was awesome.
Yeah. And your best friend, I guess, Tom? Or
That's
brother.
My
That's
brother.
your brother.
My
I'm
brother,
sorry.
Yeah,
your brother. I remember now I'm putting them all together. You several friends. Carl talked to me.
Yep. Carl
I was
there.
talking to Carl. Yes. I loved it.
You're good with names. You're good with names.
Sometimes.
Yeah, that's I've said it every episode, but that's been the most special part for me is the fact that this incredible anomaly has happened to me in my life, but the fact that I have the opportunity to get the people that are part of my community to be part of it with me. I couldn't think of it. It couldn't have come together more perfect.
It really, it makes it very special too for us. I was ecstatic at that. I think it carries a weight with it that's going to mean even more. Because this is your core. Do you think
stuff like that comes across on camera?
I don't think that people will really know unless they know, but yes, it comes across because anybody that truly cares, you can see it.
Yeah.
If they're acting, you can see it. And that's why I think it's important, and it was not hard with them. Everybody was so lovely. It's important that they feel comfortable and that they know this is fun and what are we doing and we're having a party. And that's what it felt like. You're all here for my party.
Right.
Even the makeup artists and the hair, they were all dressed and in makeup, shiny, glittery, just for Marcia's party.
Yeah.
It was really special.
The people... It's been so special because the people that have lived these lives, they've been a part of situations like this. But the amount of people on set that, it starts with Andrew. It starts from the top, I think you said earlier. But when Andrew and I, the story resonates with him because he has his own personal experience with family members who have dealt with what I dealt with. And so obviously, I think you talked to Hira and you could tell we're both passionate about it. And I think every time we talked about it with anybody or he talked about it with bringing people on, they knew from the get-go. And so the amount of people from the production that have come up to me that have had their own personal experiences with family members and all that, it truly shows you, I think why the film should be made is because there's one of us in every family. So we're all recovering from something, but everybody knows and has somebody close to them. But what's not talked about is all the family members.
That's so true.
There's a whole lot more family members out there dealing with an addict like me than there are the actual addicts. And so all these movies are always made for the addict and the addict story and all that. And so Andrew, to be as creative as he was, to be able to tie in the family aspect and through Kelly's perspective is just, I think it's so different. They said the only thing I ever hear is everything's been done in movies, and there's a lot of aspects of this movie I haven't ever seen done before. So,
and that was one of the things that I loved about the documentary. I really felt like I saw your family. I mean, Dave, and Marcia and Kelly, they were so natural and comfortable talking about something that most people can't talk about. It felt like, I mean, you felt like you knew them.
mm-hmm.
You know, I don't know if you know, but the first time I saw you on set was at the bar scene,
Mm-hmm.
and I, we're getting ready and we're looking, and I look over and I see you, and immediately I go, "Who is that? He looks familiar." And then I went, "Ah, that's Sean," in my heart, and I went, "You're here," and I just went, I mean, I have such love for you through Marcia and what you've done and accomplished, and the hard time and how hard it is to do what you've done and to look at you now. I mean, it's such a blessing. It's a gift, true gift. And I feel blessed and to be here and to be a part of this.
Kelly, stop. Thank you.
Yeah.
I mean, I couldn't be more honored. I couldn't be more honored, and I think that's what makes everything I've heard from everybody on set is just the different vibe that it normally is, and the way everybody feels and believes in it. So I don't know, I thank God for this moment, for being here right now.
Me too.
Somebody called me with some stuff yesterday, and normally it would have been something that I would have probably been frustrated about. It was just like, I have so much gratitude in life right now, like I can't be. God bless everybody. I hope everybody's happy.
It helps, man. Gratitude helps keep everything in perspective.
It does.
Because, I mean, these are the gifts. And the same thing with film.
Mm-hmm.
We don't always get, this is what I like to do. We don't always get that. To be able to tell something that means something. And to not change it to a Hollywood version or what's out there normally, because you don't know what people would do.
Mm-hmm.
But we do, because you lived it and it's documented. And that guided me so much on, and I connected with that because I'm a mother.
Right.
So I connect with the love that never goes away, and just that's our gift as mothers.
Yeah, I don't know if a non-mom could have played that role.
I don't think, I'm not saying that they couldn't,
Right.
but it would be a different version.
For sure.
Because if you don't know, there's no way
Mm-hmm.
you can, the depth of what that means
Right.
with your children, and the heartbreak and never knowing, but just hoping and never giving up, and the tough love is the hardest thing in the world.
Yes, it is.
Who wants? Nobody
it
wants
is.
to do that.
Especially for moms. It goes against every moral fiber in your body.
No matter what, I will never disown my kids.
Right.
But I will do what I have to do. I say, I believe in my heart that we are here to be the example.
Mm-hmm.
We get to show them how to live, and mistakes were made and things like that. But I still believe that's part of our job, is to show that unconditional love, be there for them no matter what. That's important, because you can't change something if your heart is solid. I mean, hate or I don't know what the word, fear. We all have fear. That's probably the hardest thing right there, is fear. Trying not to go down that rabbit hole of fear for your child and go, God, just show me what to do and give me the words to be strong and be the example, is probably something I say every day in my life, in my work, in my everything.
You said something earlier, and I think it's the key. And you said we get to, not we have to.
Oh no, we get to. This is the gift.
That's huge in my life right now, because so much of my life, and I think so much of many people's lives, is you're thinking about the past, you're worrying about the future, and you're never living in the present. And it took me, this past year has been a very eye-opening, not even talking about the movie, but just everything that with I Am Redemption and things that have been going on that with my community. I got to take a moment and been like, this right now, this is what, it's stressful. I'm busy every single day. I'm running around, there's this and that, but this is what I've been working for right here, right now. And being able to be present in this moment. And that's one thing I'll say, and I don't know if every set's like this, but the people that work on the production side, or just the actors, obviously everybody wants to excel in their career or advance, but nobody have I ever gotten the vibe one time, it's like, it's not a 9 to 5 for anybody. Nobody's just clocking in or clocking out. Everybody wants to be there. That's the job they want to do. And it's not this, we just exist in the world, we clock in, we clock out. It's like everybody is there, motivated, moving with purpose. And that is exciting for me to be around, because that's the energy that I always try to keep around me.
And that's this film. That's this story. They aren't all like this.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You just gave me the most goosebumps.
It's the truth.
Wow.
And that, you said something that I felt when I was offered the role. I really felt like this was a gift from God. This is what I'm meant to do. This is the storytelling that I've always wanted. I can't say much more than that. I felt the same way. This is my purpose. This reignites, we have an up and down, weird career as actors. We never know. You never know where it's going. Sometimes you think something is so great. Oh, this is it. This is going to take me. I've been on series. It always changes after. Nothing is for sure, ever. And the only thing I can compare it to is I have a one-woman show that I do about Betty Davis. Her life. The reason that show is so good is because we don't do the campy that you always see out. It's about her heartbreaks, her children, her life. That is why I fell in love with that. That's why I love it. But it's that stage. For film, this is what I love. I want to do the stories that change people's lives, because that's what moved me first. And that's what I know I can do. That's the thing, because I connect with the emotions. That's the gift. And, we can't change what's happening out in the world by hate or by ugliness or anything like that, and just being so mad. That doesn't change anything. It
eats us up.
What?
It eats us up.
Yes. It makes us worse. It makes us not who we're supposed to be. How do we change? We change by bringing light. Bringing your gift to light so that others can have hope. And that's what I want to do through my gift. And it gives me hope. I love these stories, and your story, especially your mom. This was not on my plate when I got the phone call. I had no, that's why I know it's a gift from God, because they found me. I got a phone call. I was just like, send me the script. You never know when you get a phone call like that.
Right.
Well, let me read it. I'm not sure. Everything about this production team, producers, the crew, the DP, everybody on it, we're all on the same page. That is not always the case. And this is a true, it's special. Yeah. It's just special, Sean, and I'm so honored to be a part of it.
Thank you. I gotta know. So, as in your acting process, right? the 100-mile race scene.
Yeah.
So that right there is the most special moment of, you know, aside from marrying my beautiful wife, that right there is the most special and unique moment of my life because it's the biggest surprise I've ever had. I had not a 1% idea that they were going to be there, that they were paying any attention, that they knew I was doing that, any of that stuff. And so as you're an actress getting ready for the role, obviously you saw the actual scene, like what's going on in your head, or like how do you gear yourself up for that type of scene, or how did you?
I mean, it was the way that they filmed it. Well, it was filming the actual thing. That's the thing that's amazing about it. A reminder that wasn't acted. I mean, that is the real footage of you. Who gets to do that? That's what the documentary does so well, is you really see the family. You really see that. Takes me to the place because I see it. I see it in your face, in your eyes. I see it, you know, to gear up. I mean, for scenes like that, you'll just have to allow yourself to live and be in the moment. And you do that when you watch the documentary. At least I do. And that's how I was there. I mean, to see, that's hard. Who does that? 100 miles, you know? I mean, I have to tell you, I'm a dancer. I'm not a runner. And it made me want to look into running. And I've always been afraid of running because of I have a dancer's body, and I have a dancer, you know, everything is through here, core. I've always had a feeling that if I ran, I would injure my knees for some reason. Because ballet, I didn't stay strong in ballet because my feet and my knees. But I'm a jazz, funk, modern dancer. And so this is my core. And, you know, hip hop, all the stuff that comes from this, that's where I'm strong. So I just didn't think that I'd ever be a good runner. But you inspired me.
I think quite the opposite. I think quite the opposite, especially trail running, like the ultra running. Because think about it, road running is very repetitive. You're just using the same muscles over and over and all that. And there might be a little degree just with the road you're running. When you're running trails, you're navigating terrain. And so think about how much core strength that is, you know what I mean? Jumping over things, navigating land like that. So that, and then being ballet, the better road or the better trail runner you are, you have light feet. And so there's times when you're going across roots and rocks and you got to have light feet. I think you would crush it.
Yeah. Well, that makes sense. I hadn't thought about it like that, you know?
I think, and to be honest, like I hurt my knee in my car wreck. My knees never bothered me. Any of the ultra running I did, knees were never a problem. If anything, I think it definitely strengthened all that stuff. Just because there's so many different degrees of which your body's moving. So.
Yeah, shoes probably have a lot to do with it too.
Yeah, shoes help
for sure.
Shoes definitely help. Another cool thing that I've got to see that I didn't ever realize before, but when you have another person in the scene with you that's also a very good actor, and how you guys can draw off each other's energy and they give that to you. And so what's that dynamic like of like when you get in a scene, like in that moment and you see them giving their all, does it make you raise? Like what's that moment like?
Yes. I mean, absolutely. That's what you want. You want to connect. I'm always like, just listen and look, see it in their eyes. You can, matter of fact, you can tell if an actor is not there. If you're doing a scene.
You're leading into my next thing. What do you do if somebody's just having an off day? Do actors have the rapport, or do you have certain rapport with actors where you can just grab them and be like, "Hey,
no,
lock in"?
I've never done it that way, but I do it without saying it. Okay. I've had that happen before, and it's a challenge. My challenge is to not take my eyes off of them, make them check in with me, make them see me. And then sometimes that's hard, even if it's moving down here. And like, what are you in here? It brings them back in. They may not like it at first because it makes them, I don't know, everybody has their times that they're not really there or something else is going on.
Right.
But the camera doesn't lie. Mm-hmm. If you're not there, the camera sees it.
Yeah.
And that's why it's so important, especially when you're doing the emotional scenes. I guard myself with those. I'm not one that can turn it on and off. Mm-hmm. I know there are actors that can. I'm not one of those. I don't think there's a right and wrong way to act. Mm-hmm. I believe everybody has their own process, and you have to honor that, and you get to it the way you need to get to it.
Right.
As long as it brings out the truth and it honors the project and it honors the character, then I think, it's just the gift of it's challenging, but that's what I love. That's the challenge, is being real. Mm-hmm. I don't want to act. I want to be. And that's it right there. Anything that I do, even in dance, movement, I want to be. I've had a stunt double brought in for me before for a very intense scene in another series that I did. And it would have taken away from what I had to do, mm-hmm. because I needed to come from, that place of the action. And, they were actually trying to drown me, and I had to come up gasping for air. Mm-hmm. And if they would have put the stunt double there, I would have had to act like I was trying to I'd rather do it. Yeah. Yeah. Because then I can react. It's just the best. There's nothing like it, because to live and to be those characters. I love being other people. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think that's part of the thing that I love so much is you get to be you get to wear a lot of shoes. Playing evil people is also challenging and exciting, because what makes them that way?
Right.
They're not evil in their minds, usually. So the homework going somewhere, like, what happened to them? Mm-hmm. And it comes from something else. And finding that is the challenge of that. It's a whole different thing, but yet it's still the same. You got to find the truth in that and not play mean face,
right. Absolutely. Who, I know you had said about that first initial inspiration you got, but over the years, who are some of the actors, actresses that you were really inspired by, or that have influenced you in a positive way?
Oh gosh. Well, Jessica Lange.
Okay.
Fantastic. There's so many amazing actors. It's like I'm drawing a blank right this second. Who do I love? She comes to the surface because I've just always been a fan, and I watch her truth in her eyes. You can always see it in the eyes. Mm-hmm. I love who is it? Emma
Watson.
Yes,
Stone.
and Emma Stone. Incredible. Well, I just worked with one that I love. 2 pieces, Ray Seahorn.
Okay.
Amazing, generous actress. And, you can see them. They're real. They're right there. They don't leave you. And,
awesome.
Yeah. So it continues. People continue to inspire me, yeah. And I think that's the thing, is our journey doesn't end.
Right.
I will never know it all. I will never get to that place where I'm the best, because I don't think there is that place. Mm-hmm. I just always want to be better.
Me too. Yeah.
And to give love and light.
You're speaking my language. That's why
yeah.
I want to surround myself just around the best people possible that are much better at me than things, so I can constantly learn.
Me too.
I look at a lot of my life where I didn't have that, and I just wanted to be comfortable, and so I hung around people that made me feel comfortable. Not, you know what I mean? I think a lot of people do it, but the life where you get around purpose-filled people or people that make you raise your game, and it's just like, man, I just existed in this world for so long to where now it's just like I just got to the point where I'm living a life because you surround yourself around those type of people who are speaking just like you are and putting that good energy out in the world, and it comes back to you tenfold.
It's true. So many people, I mean, that's death right there.
Mm-hmm.
If you stay comfortable and you don't move and you stay in, you die.
Yep.
And that's the sad truth. And that's one of the things. I just had this conversation with my husband. We were just like, no, go see that show. Get out. We've got to. We don't want to be comfortable. Yes, we like comfort,
mm-hmm.
but that's not what we're supposed to. I don't think that's what we're made to do. That's when the ailments come. That's when the things, when you stop moving. And it's the truth. And I've seen it, saw it with my dad when he passed, It's very sad to watch. I saw it happen before me, and I see it time and time again, and I'm like, no, that's not us. We still have a lot of living to do. We have a lot of lives to touch, and we do it through our art, because that's the gift I can give, know.
Absolutely. Absolutely. If you were, let's say this hypothetical question right here, aliens come down, right? And you need to make them a fan of cinema or movie, whatever the proper terminology is. What are like the gold standard movies, your 1, 2, 3 top favorite movies where you're like, these are what you need to film because these are true films?
Oh my God. That's hard. You really
first ones that no pressure. First ones that popped to your head could be your favorite, or could just be like, this is what a film should be right here. Aside from Price of Redemption.
Right. Oh my gosh, I'm the worst at this kind of a thing. I don't know. I'm gonna really fail this question because
there's no fail. There's no fail.
Let me explain why this is hard for me. I have the hardest time with favorites.
Mm-hmm.
I've had this conversation with Virginia, one of the producers, actually. I'm like, you know what? And I thought about it for that long that you might ask me something like that. And I thought I should be thinking about things. And then I forgot because I know what I don't like.
Okay.
There's a lot of things that I do like, and I love a good movie, and I love things to take me away. I want to go to another world. I want to be wrapped up in the story. Those are the movies that I love. So I'm just trying to think.
Well, let me ask you, do you see being an actress and spending as much time as you on set? I've even noticed in just spending the couple weeks that I have that for the time being now, when I go home and I sit down in front of the TV and immediately start watching a movie, I see it through a different lens, because now I'm thinking about, like, they probably shot that 4 times from 3 different angles. And I'm thinking, you know what I mean? What was he doing right before he walked into this scene? And was the makeup girl over there giving him that? And so getting to see behind the curtain has given me another perspective. Are you still able to see movies for what they are, or do you see it from the actress perspective?
I can see, if I see it from the actor's perspective, something's wrong with the movie.
If you can get lost in it, that's what makes it good.
Those are the movies that I like. And it's funny because I always want to go to the movies, and I always plan to see things and don't see them because I get busy and work. And I just like to be immersed in and not think work. But if I do notice that, it takes me out. Yeah. And I'm like, I wonder why they did it that way.
Right.
And so, yes. The classic, I'll tell you one that's fantastic, and it's not one that I say is a go-to, but it's brilliant. And because I was just talking about the other day, Rear Window.
Okay.
Alfred Hitchcock's Rear Window. Rewatched that a few months ago. you're caught up in the story, even in that time of filmmaking. That's brilliant filmmaking, you know, because you're watching. Even though you know what's going to happen, it still affects you.
Right.
And I think those are the good films. Those are the ones. The classics, a lot of the classics. But there's a lot of good. I mean, I loved Begonia. It was out there, but I think Jesse Plemons is amazing. He's always 200%. I mean, I just believe him in everything he does. And I don't know. There's so many good ones. Again, it's hard for me when I'm put on the spot like that. That's like, oh, I don't know.
Right.
This is the question that I will be driving down the road going, what? And then I'll go, oh, it's this one.
It'll come to you.
Yeah.
I think, are you familiar with the movie True Romance?
That?
It has a bunch of people in it. Christian Slater and Patricia Arquette.
Yeah, I don't think I saw it.
It's the first movie that Quentin Tarantino ever wrote.
Okay.
I don't think he was the director, but he wrote it.
Okay.
And
I've heard of it. I don't think I've seen it.
It's one of the movies that's where I started. That's where I just started appreciating like a film.
Yeah.
Not just watching a movie, but watching a film. I remember when I had one illustrious semester at college when my mother was teaching at Youngstown State, and so I decided I would go to one semester before I joined the military, and took a bunch of what I thought would be easy classes, and one of those classes was a history of motion picture class.
Ooh.
And I quickly realized that it was not what I thought we were just going to be in there watching movies. Not the type of movies I was thinking or anything like that. I remember reading the syllabus, and they're like saying we got to watch Scarface, and I'm like, this is going to be the greatest class ever. And I didn't realize it was like the 30s, 40s version, the black and white Scarface. But I wish I was the man now back then in that boy's body, because now I could sit down and appreciate that.
You can sit down and appreciate it. Yeah.
And understand what Citizen Kane was to film, and you know what I mean, all those kind of things. And so
Casablanca.
Yeah. Those are movies I'd like, now that I see it through the scope I do, to go back and look and
it would be good.
appreciate.
I've done that. My husband I had never actually really watched that movie.
Okay.
Until my husband took me to a screening of
Oh,
it.
cool.
And all of a sudden, when I watched it, because I was busy all the time, and I just never sat down and watched it, and I saw it completely different. And it made me understand him. Oh, you're a romantic. That's what that is. That's how I saw him, because he saw the humor in it and everything. But yes, those classics are, to go back and watch them is like studying character film. They don't do them like that anymore.
Right. Yeah,
but their truth is there. And that's the thing. It's like the camera doesn't lie. Just watch them. They're it's wonderful.
Right. I couldn't be more proud and to see Andrew and when I say production, if I'm not using the proper terminology, everybody that's a part on set, that's what I'm talking about when I say production. But to see what Andrew's doing, like what they're doing behind the camera and like how the shots look, like it's even, I notice, I'm like, man, that looks good. That's so beautiful. Like the way they're doing it. And, you know, movies now are just so kind of cookie cutter, and you throw a couple big names in it and you throw it out.
Exactly.
And
exactly.
Routinely, on an everyday basis, I'll sit there with my wife and we'll sit there and call what's going to happen in the movie before it happens. I'm like, oh, he's going to do this, and then bam, there it comes.
My husband does that too. He can tell. He's a writer though, so he's like, oh yeah, I saw that coming.
It's like all day I'll just sit there and narrate these things or see things, and you're like, oh, that, and seeing this, and you know what I mean, for that, the fact that to be like this on our project is just like, I'm blown away. By how beautifully it's shot and emotional.
Josh Pickering is amazing.
He's incredible.
And I've worked with him before, but this was special. I mean, every bit of it. I trust you also, as the actor, trust the director of photography. You trust them. They are seeing you like nobody else is.
Right.
And so if I ever had a doubt about something, because everybody looks for different things, I could look to Josh and he would just go, and I would know, okay, yes, we got it. Because it can get the emotional level and you can get certain things, but there's also, I mean, a great DP, they're looking at shadows, they're looking at what the levels of where that's going to take you and take the viewer. That you are just caught up in it, and as long as I'm bringing the truth, that's good for me. But a lot of the times, and this was what was good also with working with Andrew. Andrew has such respect for us as actors. And I know not every director can do this, but I mean, Andrew said it from the beginning. If you want to do another take, you just tell me. He would ask after, something big, emotional, and he would just like, that was great. Morgana, you good?
You good? I see him do it all the time.
Yeah, you good? Do you want to do another one?
Yeah.
And my answer is, if it was right, then I'm good.
Right.
But if I did feel something that I'm like, no, I want to do one more, just for safety and just because maybe I wanted to do something a little bit different, he was also right there. But you trust Josh and Andrew together, that's who I trusted.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew if we got it.
Yeah, they're masters, and just seeing, like you're saying with the shadows, and then I want to come in here, we're gonna hold this shot more, and just to have the vision and to hear Andrew the way he tells this story and thinking about the aspects he does or the way he's shooting it or telling it is just like, man, everybody is just so talented at what they do, and they're in their mode. Everybody's in their mode doing what they do, and it's just very cool and beautiful to watch.
It is, and it was beautiful to be a part of because you felt the teamwork. And again, it's not like that on all sets. This is a special one. I can't stress that enough because it just felt like we were all making the same movie. Nobody was trying to rush. Everybody wanted the truth. Everybody wanted to honor the story. And, I mean, that's priceless. That's priceless because I think that's why it went so smoothly for us because we got it,
Yes.
Working with the children. I mean, they are so good. Incredible. I mean, you bond and there's so much love and that's what you play on and you have fun.
Definitely. All right, I got a fun question for you.
Okay.
All right. So hypothetically speaking, I'm
my favorite.
I'm a big motivation guy, right? My goal is to make everybody truly understand how badass they are. And so normally when I ask this question, I'd ask if you were walking out for the UFC Women's Championship of the World tonight. But for us, we're going to do it a little different. You're walking up to the Price of Redemption red carpet premiere, Austin, Texas. All eyes are on you. What is your red carpet walkout song to let them know that Morgana Shaw has arrived?
Ooh, what a great question. My red carpet walkout song, what would it be? Well,
step out the limo and now they know the badass is here. Music hits.
Oh, man. Jamming. I'm jamming. I am, what would be the song? Well, normally I'm a Cocteau Twins, Kate Bush, Erykah Badu. I mean, I am all over the place.
All right.
But I'm trying to think if there's a song right now that I just go, God, I love that song.
I put you on the spot. I'm
you
sorry.
are? No, it's this. And actually, I thought about this for a second, and then, but I didn't think about it as what would I listen to for red carpet. My jam, when I really want to jam and feel good, it's old funk.
Okay.
I mean, I love the old funk, old school.
That's my stepdad. Dave loves it too. So.
He does?
Yeah, very much.
Yeah, that can really get me jamming. Let's go. Feels good. I feel happy.
He likes funk, and he's a big Motown guy, big Temptations and all that kind of stuff. The smooth stuff.
Yeah. Well, I like the smooth stuff too. See, I like it all. And but for that, you're right. There would be. I'm trying to think what even the jams are right now too, because I listen to all kinds of stuff. I truly, I'm all over the place.
It's all right. We're We're gonna think we're gonna get it. We're gonna play it for you. I'm gonna talk to Andrew about having some walkout songs.
That'd be awesome. Okay, all right.
That was when I was young. I was one of my first loves was wrestling as a young kid, and so the entrance themes of the music and them coming out and the fireworks and all that stuff, it was just always made a big impact on me.
Yeah.
So for whatever reason, this walkout song has been the one consistent question I've asked every podcast. So I'm always excited to ask it.
Yeah, it's a great question because I've never thought about that. I know what I listen to when I want to be happy. And like I said, Cocteau Twins, Kate Bush, Erykah Badu, love. I mean, I went through a phase of Erykah Badu. I mean, I just couldn't get enough of her. Sade. But when I want to jam, it definitely is the old funk. You know.
Gotta have a soundtrack to life.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Well, thank you. The last question, and the way we like to wrap up the show, everybody's heard a little bit about your story. They've heard about your experience as an incredible actress and with this film. But if you'd be so kind, take a look in your camera and maybe throw out a couple I am statements to let them know who Morgana Shaw truly is.
Good one. I am an actor. I am a spiritual being. I am a mother. I am a wife. I am a friend. I am a badass.
Got it. If you weren't going to say it, I was. That was awesome. That was great. Thank you so much for taking the time.
Thank you,
I could not
Sean.
be more honored to sit down with you today, and just thank you for the level of emotion and dedication that you brought to the character of my mother. It's truly special, and I can't thank you from the bottom of my heart. Thank you.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
I appreciate you.
And last thing, where can anybody find you? If you want anybody to follow or check out anything you're doing?
Yeah. Yes, my Instagram is probably where I update the best. Okay. I have a Facebook, but I'm not on it that much because I am working a lot, and it just it's a lot. But Morgana, Momogana.
All right.
Yeah.
Follow her now. Check her out on Price of Redemption, and thank you very much.
If the dream gets cold, we gon' keep that flame. Bring energy in the rooms, you won't leave the same. Scars on my back, I'ma stand up straight. Morals about to guide me down the road I take. What's the price of redemption? Hard work and dedication. You need a reason to live, well, I'ma put one in your faces. They got it all confused about the talent that it takes. It just take a little effort, the opportunities made. We shift, take a lesson with